Good morning, everyone. I am Ari Aditya Syahputra, an English literature student. Thank you for coming here to listen to my explanation about media literacy awareness for youth. I hope you guys stay healthy during this pandemic time and keep safe. And then it's such a privilege to be here with you guys. Now I'm gonna explain about media literacy awareness for you. First, I'm gonna talk about literacy. The word literacy usually describes the ability to read and write. Reading literacy and media literacy have a lot in common. Reading starts with recognizing letters. Pretty soon, readers can identify words and, most importantly, understand what those words means. Understand what those words mean, readers then become writers. With more experience, readers and writers develop strong literacy skills. Media literacy. What is media literacy? Media literacy is the ability to identify different types of media and understand the message they are sending. Kids take in a huge amount of information from a wide array of sources far beyond the traditional media that most parent youths have, like TV, radio, newspaper, and magazines. Instead, in this generation, there are text messages, memes, viral videos, social media, video game, advertising, and a lot more. So, in this era, we can get information as easily from everywhere. But our media share one thing in common, that someone created it and it was created for a reason. Understanding that reason is the basis of media literacy. The digital age. The digital age has made it easy for anyone to create media. We don't always know who created something, why they made it, or whether it's credible or not. This makes the media literacy tricky to learn and teach. Nonetheless, media literacy is an essential skill in the digital age. In this modern era, where we can get information easily from the internet, media literacy is an essential skill that needs to be mastered. Especially, media literacy helps us to first learn to think critically, and second is become a smart consumer of information. It's like food, we need to consume information that healthy for us. And then understanding point of view of some content. And next is identify role of media in our life, not just see it or read it. We need to know the role of media in our daily life. Understand the author goal or reason when making that content. Media literacy during this pandemic time. During this pandemic time where we can get information about coronavirus easily because the information is spread all over media, right? We can see it from Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or another newspaper. We need to really understand how to differentiate between the correct information and the wrong information, because there are some people who spread false news that can lead to bad things. And to notice the difference, we need to understand the basic and we need to learn media literacy. Hoax. Talking about false news that I say before, hoax or false news is a news containing facts that are either inaccurate or false, but which are presented as genuine. Hoax measures the goal of propaganda or disinformation using social media to drive web traffic and amplify their effect. Unlike news satire, fake news websites seek to mislead rather than entertain readers for financial or political gain. Hoax news is usually released with the intention of misleading to injure an organization, individual, or person and benefit financially or politically. Sometimes utilizing sensationalist, deceptive, or simply invented headline to maximize readership. Likewise, clickbait report and article from this operation gain advertisement revenue. After that, I'm gonna tell you one of the example of hoax news. One of the news example of hoax news that I found is there is information that COVID-19 vaccine has microchip that used by government to monitor our monitoring us in our daily life. That information is 100% a hoax that a lot of people believe right now. And if the people that didn't have media literacy believe them and they trust the news, that make them don't want to take the vaccine. And if they don't take the vaccine, it will risk their health to get caught by COVID-19. That is one of the example that hoax can be dangerous for our daily life. And the next thing is I gonna tell you about how to notice a hoax. There is 5 things that you can do. The first, what's the name of the website and the media? When you get the information or you get the news, you need to watch the website or the media. See if the website and the media is eligible or can be trusted. If the media isn't eligible, you cannot 100% trust the information. Or sometimes if the website using Blogspot is 50-50, it cannot be fully true or be fully lied to. The second is provocative headlines. Sometimes hot news using provocative headlines that like attacking others people or other organization or other side, and sometimes it's using a bad word. It's one of the thing that a hoax news have. And the third way to notice a hoax is check another source. When you get the information, don't 100% fully believe it. You need to check the news or check the information in another source, like you need to check it again in internet, watch another website, and make sure if the information is real or not. And number 4, check the photo and video. If there is a photo or video included in the news or in the information, you need to check the photo and video in the internet again to see if the photo and video is actually related to the news or not. And if the photo or video is not related to the news or information, then it can be counted as a fake news or hoax. And the last way is what's the writer name. You can see the writer name and you can search it in Google and who is the writer, who is he, and like is he can be trusted. And if you think he can be trusted, you can assume that it's or the information that he gave is a hoax. The importance of media literacy for youth. Media and communication technology play an important role in our daily life, but many of us worry about the impact that it has in our children. Not only are we concerned with the amount of time children spend in front of screen, but we are also concerned about the content they absorb. Media literacy allows children and families to become more aware of both intended and unintended media messages. Children learn to create and think critically about this media message. Not only are we concerned with them, I think I already said it before. The skills allow children to take control of the media that surround them, rather than letting it control them. There are some reasons why media literacy should be on your radar. And the next is I will explain about the importance of media literacy again. We live in a media saturated world. Media saturated world mean like we live in the world where media is everywhere. We can't live without the media, so we need to know how to differentiate between the good media and the bad media. Many of us walk around with wireless technology in the palm of our hands, like this. With this little technology, or we call it handphones, we can look at the news or information. We can get information just with a few words easily. Media and communication technology are increasingly becoming integrated into our every waking moment. According to a study by Common Sense Media, 52% of 5 to 8-year-old kids have used some form of mobile media. We tweet, text, post, and talk all day, and yet sometimes we feel very disconnected from the people around us. Many have trouble disconnecting even on vacation. In vacation, instead of looking like the view or enjoys the moment, some people just look at their handphone, playing game, look at their laptop, busy with all the media things. And the second is children today spend an average of 28 to 32 hours per week in front of screen. That's a lot of time. According to NielsenWire.com, children spend more time with various media an average of 7 hours per day than they do in any other daily activity other than sleeping. Based on this news, that we know that children right now spend more time with various media instead of playing a real life games like football or sport maybe, or playing basketball, hide and seek with their friend, or maybe just study, I don't know. But instead they are playing games and or just watching TV, playing with their phone and something like that. So it's not a good thing. The third, media had a health effect to our students. One report by the American Academy of Pediatrics notes that when children have a television in their bedroom, risks of being overweight increases by 31%, and their chance of smoking is doubled. And any children have a television in their bedroom by the age of 3. Why this is happen? This is happen because if children have a phone or a television in their room, they won't, just like I said before, they won't coming out from their room. They just watch TV all day, and I think children in this generation should go out more often, playing with their friends, do what they like, play something like hide and seek, football, or basketball, that they can be that can be healthy for their body. Number 4. Children need media literacy skills to be successful in any career in a digital world. Whether one chooses to learn trade or obtain a college degree, most children will enter a career that requires some technical competency and comfort with some form of media. Children with media literacy skill will be better prepared for a successful future. 5. Literacy in a digital world requires more than reading and writing skills. It requires the ability to create and think critically about the media message. The development of this skill will have a lasting impact for children in their personal life and professional endeavors. Because we cannot just read and write things. We need to learn literacy to help us to create and think critically. And so the quality of our reading and writing will be better. The benefit of media literacy for students are multiple. First and foremost, media literacy helps students become wiser consumers of media as well as responsible producers of their own media. Along the same lines, teaching media literacy helps to foster critical thinking in students This type of thinking can eventually become the second nature, which will help them in many areas as they grow older. The focus is more on strengthening process skill, not content knowledge. In a larger content, media literacy also fosters the skill that help people work together in collaboration because it encourages respectful discourse and builds citizenship skill. Media literacy will continue to play a key role in creating a new generation that can retain critical thinking skills in the midst of media blizzard. It's an area where teachers who learn about media literacy can have a profound impact. My conclusion here is media literacy is important to help us be able to interpret and analyze media information. If an individual is unable to decipher between what is true and untrue, then they will have a much more difficult time navigating media effectively. Being media literate is essential for the media consumer, and it is important that everyone take notice of their media literacy skill or knowledge, especially during this time where we all live with media everywhere. I think that's all about my explanation. Thank you for your attention listening to my explanation about the importance of media literacy for you. And if you guys have any critic or question, you can reply it in the comment. And thank you for listening here. I hope you guys and your family stay healthy during this pandemic time, and wish we can see again when the pandemic over in the campus. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good morning.